gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't fuck with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail on the gang glow. Yeah, glow.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take wild. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that bang.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And the marking down just shy of the 40.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Gibbs. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop. Second and 7. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Lions are going to have it just past their 25.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jair Alexander is there to bat that one away. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams in motion. We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down just shy 30.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. They'll look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Junior Colson there to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Williams in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. He'll look to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to have a Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Here's a run. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going up top. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's caught! And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked, going the other way.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now a run on first down. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Up the middle they go. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Third and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. First down and more inside the 15. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that first down marker. They were on getting that first and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll go with him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers are back in this one. It's 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one. They let him off the hook.
Start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's a run going left. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Packers. He'll turn and hand this one off. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now a give on the ground, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
It is 3rd and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
That is caught. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Packers! That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll get about 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings them 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Williams in motion. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making...
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Now they'll set up to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This kick is fielded in the end zone. No move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot for Watson. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, Mike, this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will have a Packers 1st down, able to get 8 on 3rd and 5.
At the 43-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They hand it to Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Back to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Taken at the 19. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Pass completed to Douglas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Packers have it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Lions on their first timeout, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And 3rd down coming up.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That is going to bring up 4th down. So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll come up for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got Douglas going deep. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're left likely down to a final snap.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. One final play. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us.